Hello, this is Zach with McKedden Cadillac in Boulder, Colorado. I hope this video finds you well. Anyway, we got the blessing of our Cadillac rep bringing by a brand new 2021 Escalade short version Platinum Premium Luxury package. Of course, it comes in the Sport Platinum, and then also you can get the standard Sport Luxury or Premium Luxury. But this one has just about every option you put on it. There's some things that I really love, and I'm going to kind of start from the outside and kind of mosey my way around. But first off, I kind of like to talk about the fact that I have the key in my pocket, and the car can actually sense the key, and it has something called concierge lighting. So the car starts lighting up as you walk up around it and get closer to it. But they've done a great job with the exterior styling. First off, you'll notice like a very, very aggressive front end. It's got a very mean kind of scowl to it, and I really love the look. They've got LED headlights as well, so very, very bright for night driving visibility. And you'll notice the Cadillac symbol actually in the headlight housing. It also has the cornering lights and front and rear parking sensors, of course, 360-degree camera system, all high def. And you'll notice that it has a sensor down there for the night vision as well. This also has augmented reality with the HD wide angle forward view camera that displays in your OLED 38-inch dash panel, which is pretty insane. I've never seen anything quite like it. And it's really nice, responsive, and has a ton of cool tech built right into it. But I'm going to go all the way around the vehicle. They did go to a fully independent rear suspension, and they were able to increase the space because of that. And that actually makes for a much nicer ride quality, especially with the magnetic ride control. But it also allows for a lot more space in the rear. Now, this does have the hands-free liftgate where you can just kick underneath. There's a tow hitch that's hidden underneath as well. And then you have the rear camera mirror, which is a wide-angle lens. To open the back here, all you do is just hit this button, and it will open. Like I said, you can use the hands-free liftgate portion of that. They didn't increase the space in here, and it's a taller seat. You've actually got about 5 inches more room here, and definitely way more leg room than any of the current generation. But those fold down like so. There's actually a 120 outlet back here, which I really like as well. And you'll notice that even in the back here, this is part of the audio system that I'll tell you more about, AKG, Studio Audio Sound. So the sound that comes out of this thing is much, much improved from any of the Bose that you've seen previously. Now, they went to the same type of door handle that you have on the CT5 and CT4, where it has the integrated light and the button on the back. These are also soft closed doors, and what that means is if you kind of just lightly close the door, it'll pull it in all the way. Now, you'll notice they've got this really cool texturing on the seats, and I really just love the look of it. These seats slide forward, they collapse, and they also collapse completely out of the way, but it's very easy to do. Just pull up once, it drops down and kind of collapses downward, and then if you pop it again, it pops up and it's spring-loaded. So there's no real effort in doing that, but this is the biggest difference. If you look at a 2020 compared to a 2021, first off, you have a ton of headroom on the headliner, but you also have legroom in a short version for an adult, which you typically will not see on any of our full-size utilities previously. So you'd have to go to the XL version. The XL version will be available and will be even more spacious. They did something really fun with the rear entertainment, and I'll kind of go over that a bit more here shortly. Let's walk around to the front so you can take a look at a couple things that I think are spectacular. I want to elaborate a little bit more on some of the general tech features. But of course, you're going to have forward collision alert, blind spot warning indicator in the mirrors, rear cross traffic alert. So when you put the car in reverse, it actually looks 90 feet in 2 different directions. But as far as luxury, they really went all out. And as you can see here, you actually have a massaging seat up here, heated and cooled seats, heated steering wheel, driver seat memory. And this is actually a profile setup. So it stores all of your vehicle features and driver seat memory, all your customizations to the individual key fob. So great job there. When we get inside, I'm going to go ahead and start up. This is push button start, just like all the other Cadillacs now. Here we have your OLED 38-inch panel that actually wraps all the way around. And right now you can't see this, but if I switch this over to the camera, Here is your augmented reality camera. It literally gives you a wide angle view of what you see in front of you with your digital speedometer, speed limit of the road you're on, if you're in 4-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, what gear you're in, and you can really customize this to whatever you see fit. But some really cool stuff. With the night vision, you could switch this right over here with the night vision, and actually all your heads-up display controls are here. Much bigger heads-up display compared to what we've had in the past, so they've done a great job with that. But I love the fact that this OLED goes all the way across and can be controlled from this touchscreen here as well. And then, like many of the prior Q systems, you have similar icons, but they've done some things that are definitely very different. And there's some new features that I have not seen before that I really think are cool. First off, you can adjust everything that you see in this big panel right here in the main screen. They also have the ability to change your ambient lighting. You can also switch over to pretty much any app, and you can rearrange these apps how you see fit. But one thing I want to point out, since they went to the new processors in all these GM vehicles, this thing is so snappy and so responsive. It's extremely fluid, and it's faster than any system I've ever seen in a car. So I really have to commend Cadillac on this. They did a fantastic job. But of course, if you're trailering, they've got some great apps built in. This is your home screen that shows you the automated parking feature. The automated parking is pretty cool. If you end up parking in a spot, it'll actually set you up to leave that spot easily. But it'll show you your audio, your GPS, your phone connection, and that's all just part of the home screen. Now you'll notice the dots. You can swipe across to get to the other apps. They have dedicated trailering specifics to specific trailers or boats, so you can set those settings beforehand. Love what they've done with the camera system. This is unrivaled, never seen anything like it. High definition all the way around. You actually have wide angle lens in front and rear, overhead, side wheel view. And they've done some cool things where you can actually go like all the way around and look at it. So really, really cool stuff there. Not only that, you also have the trailering hitch guide. So they've done a lot with the camera systems. I have to admit, I am pretty blown away. And then of course, you've got the rear camera mirror, which is zero obstruction behind you. So literally if you're going down the highway, it will look 3 lanes over. And as you can see, we got people walking around back there. You can zoom in and out. You can adjust the brightness, move it up and down. But between that and your blind spot warning indicator, you'd have to try very, very hard to hit somebody. So they've done a great job with some of that tech. And I also want to point out something here you never had in the Escalade, a full ultra view sunroof. So you've got the fixed moonroof panel and the sunroof in the front. And since this is a platinum version, it has some pretty cool upgrades. First off, when we get into the home screen and audio, this actually has a full Bose 36 speaker audio system, which is pretty much unrivaled. There are speakers all around in the vehicle, throughout the vehicle. So as far as audio, you're not going to find a better audio, and that's AKG audio. And it is a studio audio system. You'll notice the metallic grills kind of located in different places around the vehicle, but they are all over. They're in the floorboards, they're in the door panels, they're in the back. But they've just done a fantastic job with this car. It's the nicest Escalade I've ever seen. And I can say that they did a great job just kind of customizing the interior and improving all the technology. A couple small things that I want to point out. You'll notice that they did bring the rotary controls to the Escalade. Really love that. It just gives you a bit more control without having to use the touchscreen all the time. And then the voice command, setup. You can also set up Alexa to these, but you can voice command using Siri as a pass-through, so you can text and do just about everything you want with the Apple CarPlay interface or Android Auto. So they've done a great job with that also. And then you got Wi-Fi, wireless charging, USB, USB-C. And you'll notice here, they actually moved all the climate control down below. It's just kind of a better layout and easier to manipulate, in my opinion. But still have the 6.2 liter, 10-speed transmission, 420 horsepower, 460 foot-pounds of torque, and magnetic ride control. So as far as the driving aspect, it's still full-size luxury, everything you expect from Cadillac. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching. I'll show you a little bit more in another video about the rear entertainment. Thanks so much.